Stalkers to take note of, you know? To kind of really kind of recognize, like, some of you guys just been subscribed for such a long time, like, that is actually kind of crazy. In the top right, Harstem, and in the bottom left, Clem, as we kick off into game number 1 of this best of 3 series. Harstem messaged me, said, I'm going to take a map today. He did this the other day against MaxSpecs, and he actually did take a map, so fair enough, but we'll see if that's something that continues into today's games or not. Let's just have our Nexus Chrono boosting around. It's just going to be coming across for a little bit. We get set up. We see where we will go. We'll see what Harsem's going to do, see why he thinks he's feeling so good against Clem, see what he's thinking, see how he's feeling. Get this underway. Barracks coming down as Clem sets up at the front. Nothing too surprising about the initial start. We're not going to see a proxy or anything. Harstem just going to go, gate and Nexus core. No scout just yet. Again, Harstem, another guy who likes to cut corners and be a little bit greedy at points, and that's exactly where he's headed for the moment. Towards just a little bit of greed in these early stages. Getting that up and rolling. Orbital command coming through, the Reaper is producing, Cybercore and Nexus both continuing into play. We're just going to move about, just going to keep us very safe here initially, keeping an eye on what's going on straight away. Obviously good to keep a, a nod towards what is taking place as that Reaper moves over. Have some good games today, guys, as well. We're a little bit behind schedule, but that's a sign of some good games being played. Stalker's going to patrol. Do you have the Reaper moving up as well? Okay, it's still building by. Just keep that on the way through here for the moment. Just get that all on the way out. Get that settled in again. Blinking the warp gate coming online as we speak, so just getting some bits and pieces coming. Get that all coming through. It's going to be having the Reaper turned around by a couple of the Stalkers as well. Hallucination just pops again, the blink in the Wolf Gate coming across on the side of Harstem, so just going to set up in a very standard manner as we get settled down. I do genuinely want, I mean, Harstem does prep for players a little bit, and he's one of the guys that can actually be pretty good at kind of like looking and be like, oh yeah, he does this, he does that. I think a lot of the time he lets, he understands more than he lets on, and can actually prep some pretty cool builds and scenarios. Medevac coming around the bottom side, just going to keep on moving over again. Blink and the Stalkers coming out as we speak, so we keep that coming online as well, so that comes through just for the moment here. Medevac ready to drop into the back of this natural expansion. Gonna get denied pretty much immediately, but the Buddha Mines do get to go off, and we actually do get 3 probes so far. Stalker should be able to blink away from this last mine. We're gonna unburrow Reburrow, and the Reburrow is not gonna be in time to save it, but you gotta try, because it was gonna die for doing nothing anyway, right? So at least here you potentially force the mistake from your opponent, right? Maybe there is a chance, whereas otherwise there was not gonna be much of a chance at all, so Cannot be too upset with the way that that goes down. Stalker's going to go after this Widowmine, but that's actually going to fire, and the Stalker does fall, so just didn't get out of reach in time. Clem's Widowmine is able to strike gold. I mean, anytime you're killing off a Stalker with a mine shot, you're kind of taking that as a win. Stalkers aren't cheap, and their units you really do want to mass up as a Protoss player, so yeah, if you're losing out on your Stalkers early in the game, it's just going to be expensive for you further down the line. That definitely is not going to be a whole lot of fun, as the TLDR on that one. Temple Archives Forge coming through, the gateways and the charge coming up as well, so we keep on bringing that in. The auto turret going down, Stalker's going to come through to play a bit of cleanup as well, so just getting the cleanup on that for the moment. The barracks is going to go down as we speak, so just going to bring that straight through against Impact Combat Shield and +1 attack, building up as we go. These Stalkers continue to come over as well. And yeah, we just got ourselves continue to settle in to this game. I'm playing safe with that bunk from the siege tank at the front. Should not be really in trouble too much right here. Looks pretty alright to play defensively on that one. We'll actually try and move out. Got to be careful. I mean, Storm's going to finish soon. We're also in a position where we are going up against a charge upgrade that's finishing very shortly as well. So I think these are all things which are going to be a little bit of a question mark for us. Things to definitely think on, if nothing else. The Templars and all the rest of it coming online. The Marine Marauder is going to drop into the right-hand side, so Clem is going to drop one place, try and pull Harstem apart a little bit as Harstem starts to run over here. The double auto turret adds a lot of damage to this. I actually feel like there's going to be quite a few probes going down. This actually feels fairly dangerous, as Harstem actually doesn't lose much. At the same time, though, Clem takes position on the left-hand side, dodges that first storm, beautifully pulled back at the exact right moment to make that an impactful play from himself. And this next is in trouble, especially with the tank support. However, as Zealots warp in, this way you can do very well for yourself. Because right now, Zealots are going to be a way for you to basically just can jump on top of these siege tanks fairly freely. Tanks do not deal well with Zealots. Now, there's going to be a pushback, so Harstem's going to defend. Did not lose too much in the end. I felt that was very scary when we got set up into it. I felt like when Clem was taking position on the left side, I thought, well, surely that's where the damage will come from, but it did not. And Harstem actually holds pretty darn well, it has to be said. Puts himself in a pretty good position. I like that for him. That was actually pretty cute. I like that a lot. Not bad at all. Alright, well, that goes gets dealt with by when the medevac still gathering together. 2 refineries and the Ghost Academy coming up as we speak. So we get ourselves the next stage of the tech online from Clem, get into those ghosts. It's obviously going to be a major part of this game for him, so we will start to move there. Shots come over, firing through. So I'm trying to figure out which direction I can go and see if there's anywhere I can kind of find an opening. I mean, Harstem wants to attack, apparently. I'm not sure if he's really got much to attack for. Let's see. He's going to be attacking into Widow Mines. The bio splits backwards. High Templar's yet to find a storm. Clem is so good at predicting where the storm's about to be. He pulls away from them, like, as it goes down. I don't think that's a reaction versus, like I say, a little bit more of a prediction as to where is the kind of the biggest threat, where that storm is likely to place. I was wondering if you've almost got to, like, guess where Clem would dodge to on the storm sometimes. I mean, that's not really a reliable way of doing it, but I don't know. Sometimes Clem makes you have to play a little bit silly, you know, a little bit kind of off from what logically makes sense. And to just have this odd Archon continue to come about. Because of shells coming through, the armory on the way out, engineering bay coming in as well, the bioforce now going to come pressing forward. S3 gonna nibble at the probes for a few moments, just gonna whack away at those. Gonna be seeing the auto turret coming down again. Workers will continue to take some damage. And do have this whole scenario continue to build about. So I see the ghosts on the way through. Again, the Marines, the armory, the barracks all coming up as well, so we get all of that underway. Bringing that into action here as the Forge, the Probes, the Colossus, and the Extended Thermal Lance come online as well. Clem just slowly pushing across the map, obviously armed with so much of his tech now. The Stalker tries to bait a Widow Mine shot, but Clem doesn't let it fire. He gets the Stalker pushed back in plenty of time there to make sure that that is just not a factor, so no issue really in that regard. The Guardian Shield already, Harstem a little bit afraid, definitely a little bit scared of what Clem might be about to bring to the table. Here is another Widow Mine or two firing away. High Templar's going to drop off as well. Storm comes down, a couple of EMPs, High Templar's taking damage one more time. A few more shots coming about, Bio still moving over and across. Big army from Harsem. I mean, Harsem's army is not small by any stretch of the imagination. He's got 4 Colossus in there. Gonna maybe need the Vikings as Clem before you can really attack into this. Harsem trying to chase, and I don't think Clem should really be trying to turn around too much. I think turning around into those Colossus is going to be pretty brutal for you. I mean, he's trying to fight, though. He doesn't want to just be chased away in full, apparently, so Clem doing what he can in that regard. Seeing our Bioforce continue to retreat. Like I say, Clem's taking his moments to kind of turn and fight this, to kind of put a little bit of oomph back on the map against his opposition, so has been doing his best in that regard as well, although not always really succeeding. So he's going to try and find a position. Wanted to take the forward base, is going to end up landing here defensively instead, so it's going to be an interesting one, as we do have a little bit of back and forth developing through once more. Just going to be seeing the Protoss army essentially became the aggressor now. Harstem walked all the way across the map, but during this time, I've just been watching Clem build Vikings, and I cannot help but feel as though we are not far from seeing Clem just crank out, have a bunch of Vikings jump on those Colossus and take a very good fight. In fact, here we are. He's feeling confident already to start at least threatening the idea of, hey, look, I could move forward. I could take a fight onto you. Harstem, you better start respecting what this army can do here. I like that from Clem, as we're just going to be seeing the Vikings do get to work. Colossus going down. Harstem's supply is melting away. Does not look as though it's going to be good enough at all for him. I think we're going to have ourselves very much so a GG, and that is going to be that. Clem takes game number 1 off of Harstem, and is going to be a map away from the semi-finals as he gets it done. Well, they're coming to 2K on Twitch. We've got 374 on YouTube as of right now. We are officially over 2K viewers across the platforms. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all tuning in and watching. Thank you so much for being here and enjoying some games of StarCraft 2 with us as we head into the second map. As in the top left-hand side, down a game in this best of 3 is going to be Harstem. He said, watch this. Told me to keep a sharp eye on this game. He seems to think something special is about to happen. Let's find out. Thank you so much, Thomas Lukut. Oh, I'm trying to say your name. I'm going to murder it. Laukotka, maybe, possibly. Thank you so much for the, I think it's like $20 or so, 500 check. Says, thanks, Wardy, for all the great content, all the terms to your organizers that we love to watch them keep going. Hey, thank you so much for the generosity, mate. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Get you on the tree. As well as Jerry X, who comes in with the 5 sub on the Prime. Thanks, Wardy. No worries. Thank you so much as well. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for the support. Again, thank you. You guys, again, really do make these tournaments happen just as much as I do. You know, we cannot fund these things without you guys watching, supporting, you know, whether it is just watching and we run ads on you, or you actually, you know, come out and subscribe and donate. All of it helps us to keep on running these events. So thank you so much in advance for, well, not necessarily even in advance, just overall. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Today's been kind of crazy. We've had a lot of donations. We've had a lot of subs. Today has been a busy, busy day, actually, on the stream. Lots of love being given. Lots of love being given. So, Spockster X, thank you so much as well for the 2-month resub on the Prime. Even more love coming through. Thank you, thank you. Thanks so much for SC2 content. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much for using your Prime sub on the channel. Much appreciated. Keep the Primes rolling in, guys. There ain't no StarCraft 2 like Twitch Prime powered StarCraft 2. Classic Twitch saying. You know, when they take us to streamer school, when we first started streaming on Twitch, they tell you, them Twitch Primes, they basically do whatever you want them to. Basically, whatever you can tell your community they do, they can do. Those Abyssal Reapers setting up. Forge on the way quickly from Harstem. Is that it? He's going to go fast upgrades? Is that Harstem's master plan? Wish we had Clem to play PvT against himself. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? A couple of Reapers come through. They are going to go straight across as we are just going to be seeing those Reapers moving along. So Reapers moving across there for the moment. The Reaper trying to get around the back. Another couple of probes will begin to drop. And center coming into place. Four probes go down. The Hellion going to be there taking some shots in return. So going back the other direction. Yo, Smelly Coffee, thank you so much as well for the fresh new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much indeed. We've seen our hallucination, keeping a track of those few units that start to show up and move around. Mine comes at that left-hand side, going to take position for a moment or two. As that gets set up, we do see our Widow Mine coming into position as well. It's just going to try and see if that can do anything, but so far, not quite. Deflected well by Harstem so far. Widow Mine trying to fire, trying to find a little bit of extra value at the moment, just seeing if there's any opportunity or possibility to make things a little more exciting here. Answer so far is not really. That's just how that Marine's going to come through, and the Hallucination will now get taken down as well, so the Hallucination will fall. Back in Combat Shield, Marine Marauder, all of that coming through as we have got ourselves Medevac coming over. Remember, Harstem has very fast upgrades. He's prioritizing armor upgrades to make the Zealots nice and tanky. His army in general will just be nice and tanky on the back of this, so getting that set up. Maybe his game plan for the moment is, again, that Stimpack Combat Shield comes online. So you bring that through as well, get that on the go for the moment. Now just going to be seeing that Medevac taking a few shots of damage as well. And right back across. So going to be seen against Impact Combat Shield +1. All the good stuff on the way through for the moment. Get this underway. Medevac a little bit stuck in the back, but should be able to evacuate that at some point. Shouldn't be a lingering issue. I mean, maybe a lingering issue for Harstem if he doesn't thin it up. Maybe it does come back in and have some impact. Maybe it makes something happen. So things to watch for. Prism continues across the depot, continuing to produce as well. So that depot continue to come out here. +1 attack, +1 shells. Continue to build into play at the moment. I mean, we are now on +2 armor upgrades, by the way. So Harstem's army is extremely tanky. This has come at the cost of, you can see his supplies maybe not as good as usual, but obviously he's hoping that the tankiness of his zealots is going to more than make up for that. And Clem can see this as well. If he clicks on those units, or even he might just even feel it out if he just attacks that zealot for a while. He's like, why the hell does that not die? And then if Clem can figure out what the upgrade situation is, he can make some better decisions perhaps on how to approach the next steps of this game as well. So, possibilities here. That blink and the +1 continue through. Fire still coming out into the center of the map again. +1 and blink building up for the moment. Robobay and the Nexus continue to come online. Keep that on the move as we have our Bioforce all the way up the left-hand side here. Currently, continue to get that online. Cells drop through. SCV is going to take some damage as well. It's going to be a really nice counterattack in. Like I say, it's going to be very difficult to deal with the Zealots because the Zealots are going to be so tanky compared to usual. So Harsem is going to get so many SCVs. Clem's army supply is massive, but boy, does he need more than ever to just go for this right now. I mean, he's going to send it. This 4th base will be in trouble. And Clem has to all in, essentially, but I mean, like I say, his army supply is huge, but is it big enough? Obviously, the probes will get reinforcements during this. Widow Mines need to knock off on probes. Yeah, we need these Widow Mines to hit the Zealots because they're not going to care about the upgrades. I'm going to drop them to the other side of those force fields, and the army is going to be able to kind of hold on for Clem a little bit, but we're not quite fully there yet. He's going to get through, get the Disruptor. Harstem's army supply keeps dropping. Pylons will go down here. As the Zealots keep on warping in, Clem will just continue to power through. He hasn't really killed that much eco yet, but he still had even more Widow Mines available, helping to clean out another round of Zealots. I mean, that's crazy that he's killed off even more Zealots there just with Widow Mines. It does so much for the Bioforce. Oh, he did not die for the Disruptor. He let it go off. He didn't even pull the units back into the medevac against him. I'm kind of surprised by that. I felt like that was an obvious connection about to happen. Surprised Clem didn't do something about it, as he is starting to get probe kills himself. Harstem's army supply still is not quite there. The plan from Harstem was cool and definitely a little bit innovative and something that we don't see very often, but unfortunately Clem handled it well enough, and especially just being mine heavy on the front door, I think went a long way for him, having those mines available to help out defense on the kind of the defense of his army in a way when Harstem attacked in, but obviously kind of on his attack in reality. It was able to do a lot for him in the end, and that is pretty much going to be that, right? That should be GG's. Because Harstem is down heavily, and I'm not sure upgrades are going to bring you back from this kind of a deficit, to be honest. So, yeah, I think this one might be coming to a close. Now gets back around into the center. Just going to dive in. Now it's just Stalkers and Sentries. I don't think they're going to get the job done at all. You absolutely need some amount of... yeah, you absolutely need some amount of Zealots here, because they are the one thing that's really, really meant to be very good in this situation. Fire continues through. A few more shots coming over. Just going to have ourselves the Bio continue to just go through all of those Zealots. Damage being done across the board. GG will be called, and Clem is going to take the 2-0 here to move into the semis against Hero.